caught up with the destination. Fall in love with the process.
We will not be denied. We refuse to lose, and we will fight to unite regardless.
Understand this is the right time. We're in the right place. We're fighting the right battle. We're looking for people who want to be the warriors on the right team. Are you willing to join us?
You've been blessed with an opportunity, but the opportunity itself is not going to be what blesses you. What blesses you is how you grind, how you work with this opportunity, how you sweat with this opportunity, how you sacrifice with this opportunity.
And we dream.
Are you willing to go out and fight for your family? Are you willing to fight for your freedom, to fight for your independence?
And we struggle.
I did not quit. And every day I thank God I didn't give up.
And we fight.
I, in 2014, am choosing. I am fighting to unite.
And we overcome.
To be part of such a team like this right here, and a team like this right here, this is a dream come true. But let me be crystal clear. This is only the beginning.
Everything you need to get where you need to be is inside of you. Stop whining and tap into your greatness.
We need for you to make a difference. America needs it. Your family needs it. You need it.
1, 2, 3.
I don't want to be a burden on my family. I know my kids don't feel like I let them down, but I know I did. The scary part was I couldn't quit. So for me, it was a prison. I knew that I shouldn't be doing this. Just a failure that I had in my life that I had to get rid of, you know. The future, it definitely is definitely brighter. I'm only 43. I got a lot of time to make a lot of difference in people's lives. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, that's probably a good way to look at it. It's gonna be okay.
Listen, man, this is amazing. This is my first time I have ever gone on an Alliance trip, I guess you could say. I am local here in Vegas, but they still put us up at the Paris Hotel, which is an amazing hotel. For those of you who have not been here, you got to experience it. And I gotta admit, guys, this is the first time I have ever held a gun in my entire life was today. They took us to this place called The Range. Unreal. I cannot believe how crazy this is. The adrenaline starts pumping. You're nervous at first, kind of like when you first meet, like Andy Albright, right? So you first meet him, you're real nervous. And then, but you just go for it. You just got to pull the trigger, and the adrenaline starts flowing. You settle down a little bit, and it feels amazing. I'm telling you guys, the association here, the experiences that we're having, getting to know everyone, this is amazing. You guys have got to figure this out. You got to get here, man. Just get around the association. Just get here.
I'll take the sun and watch it surround you. All of the rain will fall around.
We are in Cabo San Lucas, and at a beautiful, beautiful resort once again. And the types of things we're learning is phenomenal. We hung out this morning with Mark Vickers. We're learning how to speak better. We're learning how to communicate better. We're learning how to better serve our agents at conventions, which is, it's amazing the amount of money that we're putting into that. And then on top of that, we're hanging out with Jeff Bright. Jeff is teaching us how to work together as a team on a much deeper level than just, hey, we're a team, you know, we're part of this team. We're actually hanging out and being a better team. And what does that mean to serve all of NAA, not just us.
It's amazing because the people that are here want to be here, number one, and number two, they were invited to be here, which means that we saw something, and then the leadership core that says we need to have this people here with us, learning, taking the next step with us because they earned the right to be here.
And guys, I can't tell you what it's gonna feel like when you get that email and you're like, woo, I got invited to come join the leadership crew, guys. You'll be running around the house going, I'm one of those people that get to help make a difference in this company.
And today I want to leave you with one quote, and I'm going to quote the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King.
My first big trip investing in myself, and I'm telling you, this was the best investment I have ever made. And this investment alone is going to create the rest of my life. Why? Because of investing in myself and the Alliance. Woo! Myself, you know, I shed tears. I was crying in my room as a man because I was so emotional because of the amount of growth that I have just experienced by being around the Alliance's family.
So many things have happened here that have been incredible in terms of growth and leadership training. They've just been pouring into us all weekend, giving us great tips on how to be better in our home life, in our work life, and in our financial life. And there's no doubt in my mind I'm going to do everything in my power to get back here with all these people.
You know, I might have came here by myself, but I'm living now. I have a whole bunch of friends, so much support. I have the word, and the word is mine. And Andy Albright, I work relentless. President has made me a new man.
Oh, you better delete that. Oh, no, that's that way. Hey guys, Andy Albright hanging out on the world's largest cruise ship. And you know what? It's got everything you could dream of. Swimming pool, people, music, having a blast. You know the only thing that would make this better? Shopping in Central Park. So many shops, so many boutiques, you could get lost. But you know the only thing that would make it better?
High class, high energy, professional shows every night, best seats in the house. The only thing that would make this better?
The aroma of high-class dining, incredible service, and on top of that, all you can eat. But you know what would really make this better? Sharing it with your best friends in the world, all expense paid, it's all here. You know what would make this better? You. Join us again. Join the Alliance for another once-in-a-lifetime, all-expense-paid trip.
Hey man, what are you reading?
Just flipping through Andy's book, 8 Steps to Success.
I didn't know Andy wrote a book.
Just you know why you and I will by and by.
Don't be that guy. Use NAAUniversity.com.
Absolutely amazing.
Amazing, bro.
I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna
so dream and pray and dream and pray and thank God.
Up on top of the world.
This is gonna be the best day of my life.
It's always been a dream of mine to make it into this elite top tier of level of association, and we're here now with the people that we saw on stage when we first got started. And that's an incredible feeling.
Right now, we are standing in a property looking over the Pacific Ocean in Cabo, Mexico. We are so glad and so happy that we have been able to come to this one. The things that we have been able to learn and the people we've been able to have private conversations with, one-on-one, I mean, it's just, I can't put a price tag on it.
I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No.
I always wanted to be part of the core team, and it's just like I feel like I'm getting tighter with everybody. I've learned more in the last 2 days, the last 3 days than I have in basically the last year. Like I feel more open and everyone's really coming together. And I don't know another place where I can get something like this.
But I'm dedicated this year to be able to make sure next year I'm at the house. So I hope you're making the same decision now, even the fact that you didn't see the house. Just take my word for it. It is incredible. It's where you want to be.
This is gonna be the best day of my life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. This is gonna be the best day of my life.
Oh, hi there. Didn't see you. Greetings and welcome aboard the Oasis of the Seas, the Alliance sailboat of the future. Anyways, my name is Matt Taflin. I'm going to be doing something no one has ever done on the shore of Cuba, which is that island right over there, in case you were wondering. I will be walking the entire public distance of the ship, from one end to the other that you are legally allowed to walk while aboard this ship. It has never been done before while off the coast of Cuba by Matt Taflin. You will be experiencing that today on your guided tour. Join with me as we go from this distance right here, farthest reach, right here, there it is, all the way to the other side of the boat. Let's go, it's gonna be awesome. Let me tell you, there's a high wind advisory warning out here that you should be very aware of when you open doors. Because it could get very windy and blow your hat off or your shirt off or your pants off, depending on what kind of pants you're wearing. Hold on, Star Trek style. Beam me up, Scott. Actually, that's teleportation. There we go. It says watch your step, but then you look down and then you're like, oh. Now here's one of the problems that we run into all the time is one level won't go all the way across the boat, so you've got to figure out what room you're on, current stateroom. So we've got to be on 15, we're on 14, we've got to go up. Most of you would not need to run this. However, I'm gonna run some of it. All right, that was enough running. Well, I think we got to go out and then across to get here. It's very helpful. Let's continue. This is pretty cool. So this is a good view. They should call this the view because this is always a good view. Pretty cool.
Alliance is on fire! All right, guys, Andy Albright here. This is the Wednesday Call TWC. We do it broadcast on the web, on the internet. We have hundreds of people watch this and probably over 1,000 today. It's just been crazy, guys. And then we got a lot of folks riding down the road that are listening to it on the phone because this used to be only a call. And so some people are just used to listening to on the phone. Other people are traveling to appointments. People are traveling to hot spots. I understand some people that don't have a real job are traveling to trips and things, getaways for spring break with kids, which is awesome too. So the Alliance has been doing this for 13 years. We're very consistent. It's one of the reasons for our success as we keep driving. Now, right now, the Alliance is in a better position than we've ever been. So if you're getting started right now, now is the time to crank it up, okay? And I am going to throw out a preponderance of evidence so that you won't have any doubt in your mind that now is the time to blow this thing away. And we're going to do some teaching on how to capitalize on what is going on with the Alliance. So one of the things that I need to talk to you about is next summer we are going to travel to the great city of Venice. Then we're going to sail down to Olympia. Then we'll go over to, from Olympia we travel over to Mykonos, then Santorini, then Corfu, back to Venice. This is going to be a fabulous trip. This is not a rinky-dink little rowboat, okay? This is a big cruise ship, 7 nights, 8 days. This is a fabulous, once-in-a-lifetime trip that you need to go on. If you're serious about playing with the Alliance, you're going to do 1 to 2 trips like this a year. No kidding. You might as well start with this trip. Okay? So yesterday, we flew down to Wilmington. We popped out, 8 of us, popped in a little jet, flew down to Wilmington, did a hotspot. I had 101 people, over 30 guests were there, and I started talking to people, and I said, how are you doing on this contest? Are you winning this contest to go to Venice? And people said, why do you ask that brand new? I go, do you understand? This is about a $2 to $3 million expenditure for the company. All our carriers are giving us some money. If you are a manager, you are a leader, you're hiring other people, or you just started, understand this is one of our biggest budget items of the year. It's not one of, it is by far the biggest. Everybody needs to take advantage of this. Now, the way this works, everybody don't get to go. People that are below 100,000 points don't get to go. People that are 100,000 above, go. Now, the cool thing about it is you don't have to be somebody's best friend. You don't have to have your nose up somebody's rear view window, okay? You just got to do the points. This is a whosoever doeth business. And you can get it done. So there's a nice little video that the guys put together that are explaining how to win it and do the points, the whole program, how you can get bonus trip points and discount points and all kinds of things that are available. I'm just asking you to get out there and get after it. And if you're hiring people, check with them and see where they are. Because you know that you've got from here to the end of the year and you can do the average. And things will happen. You need to be ahead of time. You need to plan on winning in October or November. Don't plan on winning in December. Because never fails, somebody comes up and goes, I barely missed it. And I go, you're right. Because you did. You barely missed it. And I'm sick and you're sick. Don't be sick about it. Make that trip. Okay, so the Alliance right now, you couldn't be joined at a better time because of the trip we've got coming up. Now, I will tell you this. We do have a cruise coming up June 14th through the 21st. That is another 7-day, 8-day trip. This is the largest cruise ship in the world called the Oasis. And there's over 400, might be over 500 of us going. And we are going to the place that I love, the Atlantis, where my wife and my daughter just got back from. It's Nassau, Bahamas. And we'll stop there first, then we'll get St. Thomas, and we're at St. Martin. But, and critical to know and to remember, we are going to have a ping pong tournament on this cruise ship. And you understand that there are everybody can't win this ping pong contest. But there will be trophies given away. So get your mind right. We will have a belly flop contest. Everybody can't win this on this cruise. We will have a New York style show that we're going to, I think it's Hairspray that's going to be on this. We will have ice skating and an ice skating show. We will have training available. We will have association time available with the greatest leaders of the Alliance, with Alex Fitzgerald and Heather. You can have lunch with them, breakfast. We're going to have a blast. As a matter of fact, the destination is the ship. This is an unbelievable ship. Listen to this. People always say, like, oh, it's big holes, like thousands of people. I go, no. 10,000 people is what the ship carries. Generally about 3,500 staff and 6,500 guests are on this ship. Okay, so we're not going to be the only people on this ship. I mean, it is big time pools, hot tubs, water slides, basketball, batting cages. It is nuts. Y'all have a blast. We're going to have a great time. And then, so if you didn't win that, sorry, you can win this trip right here coming up. Okay, so next, another perfect time. We have what's called war parties coming up this week. And I do want to tell you this. Right now, across the country, our hot spots are experiencing the most growth we've ever had. The hot spots are 60-some cities that every week, the same day in Phoenix, every week, the same day in Washington, D.C., every week, the same day in Wilmington, we have a training session and an opportunity meeting. This week, our numbers seem to be growing dramatically. Dallas, Texas had a 50% increase from last week to this week. Wilmington already mentioned, unbelievable. D.C., unbelievable. Phoenix, Salt Lake City had the biggest meeting it's ever had. Things are on the grow. Listen, look, people always go, I'm going to research. Open your eyes. Look what's happening. It's happening right in front of you. Things are growing. People are booming. Sales and recruiting are up at the Alliance. This week, many of the hotspots will be shut down and we will consolidate in these 8 cities. Alex Fitzgerald will be bringing an organization of Leventovich, Lampe, Katz, Carey, Wilson, and Hawks will all be showing up next week, March 24th in Columbus. They will be at the Doubletree the March 24th. They will then fly out to Philadelphia, then they'll fly to here, Burlington, and then Orlando. These meetings will be intense training, intense excitement, and intense decisions are going to be made. Get your people to figure out how to get to these meetings. They get off work, they drive, they fly, they hitchhike, they talk you into taking them. Figure out how to get people to these war parties. They are free. They are a part of the all access that where's my points? Right here. 70% the people at this level and above finance all these trips so that all these brand new people are free. And the war parties, nobody pays Fitz to fly in, Leventovich to fly in, and Lampe, and hotel time. They take care of their own expenses. I'm taking a group of Davies, Weinbrenner, Long, Roberts, Womack, and Owens. We're popping out to Dallas, which is Fitz's hometown. We're flying into Dallas. We're going to blow that thing up right there. They're already got the momentum going. Then we're going to Phoenix, Arizona. Then we'll go to Rancho Cucamonga, California. And then we're in Seattle, Washington. These war parties are going to be ridiculous. Now, yesterday we had a bit of a mini war party in Wilmington. So if you guys, the agents that were with me, y'all join me up here. Y'all come on up. DT, Kathy, Joe, and James. Would you grab that mic right there for me, DT? Or Joe, one of you? All right. These guys hit it hard. Now, we jumped on a jet and flew down there, and we laughed all the way down, and then we had some good seafood, didn't we?
Awesome
seafood. Then we hung out with some winners, and it was intense training. Eat again, which we've been known to do.
On the plane, too.
And on the plane, too, and then flew back and laughed all the way back. So, guys, this is David and Kathy Tankersley, otherwise known as DT and Kathy. So, DT, tell them what our trip was like, man. Did you have a blast? Talk to these guys. Tell them what's happening with you and the business and the whole deal.
All right. Well, this has been an awesome treat for us. We were here in Raleigh for over the weekend, sending our daughter and grandkids off to a foreign country. They're missionaries, so we while we are here, we're from Northwest Arkansas, 1,000 miles west of here, so we decided ask if we could stop by. We were here yesterday and today, and last night was just awesome with Andy on the plane and getting to talk and, you know, pick his brain and hear what he had to say about us, and our business is starting to grow. We've got some great agents coming on board and some that are already proven themselves, and we are just excited. We're in the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas, and guys, this thing is for anybody. It'll make any difference who you are, how young you are, how old you are, what color you are. It don't make any difference. This is a whosoever doeth, Andy, and it's the truth.
I love it. Pass it on to Kathy. I might come back to you. I want to see what she has to do. Kathy, what did you like about yesterday's trip?
Excuse me. I am making a commitment to getting more involved.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, whoa! Hey! Whoa, that's worth the trip, right? It's going to work now, buddy.
Yeah.
No, y'all, excuse us. We just...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're good.
Oops.
That's good. That's good. That's okay. Wait. Back to you. Are y'all going to go on this cruise?
Yes.
The one I'm talking about the one in June, June 14th to 21st.
We're on there.
Is this just common practice for y'all just to go on cruises?
Oh, no. It's our first cruise.
We've never seen a cruise ship. Hey, we
Come on here. Y'all ain't never seen it. Well,
I've never seen a cruise
You've
ship.
seen them on the color TV, right?
Oh, yeah, that's all. Pictures. Hey, we got in our office, we got a picture of the Oasis.
Y'all really never been on a cruise?
Never.
Y'all going to have a blast.
We're looking forward to this.
That's awesome. Are y'all going to do the Venice cruise?
We're already a third of the way there. And we're not even a quarter of the year gone by.
It'll be your second cruise.
Yes, it will.
I love it. Good job. Give them a hand. David and Kathy. All right. Come over here, James. I want y'all to check out this jacket, first of all. This is my size, not James Hill size. So we're going to have to tighten up. We're going to have to go with a large on you. But here's what we're working with right here, guys. This contest, I know we have it. Which one is my contest, Billy? I'm looking now. Do we have the... okay, there we go. So, James.
Uh-oh.
So here is James Hill's name. We have a 2020 contest. It works like this. James has hired 12 direct to him and his fiancee Jane, and they have sold $14,000 in Forrester's Premium alone. So if you are in the top 3, you get to choose. Is my jackets on here? I'm not sure if they're on this contest, huh? Is it all the way down to the bottom? No. It's somewhere else. Where is it? Right here. It's this jacket, but there's another one that I saw that had all the stuff on it. There it is. So, top 3 get the Apple MacBook or a 1816 hunting jacket or a Tag Heuer watch. And so we went ahead and got this jacket. And so go back to the leaderboard that shows James on there. So I just want to point out this jacket is lamb's. Actually, it's goat skin, which is much more valuable than lamb's. And you have a cushion here for shooting, of course. If you're a left-handed shooter or a right-handed shooter, well, notice we have a ventilation holes right here, which is just unbelievably effective. It's like AC. It's these custom buttons. Now, I'm telling you, in other words, this is a bad... Look, we got the vertical zipper with a little leather little thing on there, and then you got the horizontal zipper. Oh, if you could feel... Kathy, feel this thing right here. Is this bad to the bone? Is that sweet? It is. Okay. So if y'all are thinking about winning this 2020 Forrester's Cruise, James is not the only person. We got 3 people in the first slot. So right now, Jeremy Patton and Jason Carey, who we're going to have a jump on a call here in a minute, are the 3 people. But look how close it is with Mike and Kerry Williams. Look how close Dane Levine is. Look, Dane's already got 19, so he can do as many recruits as he wants. Then we got Joe Dukes and then Eric Belair. And by the way, there are gifts all the way down to, I think, top 50. So Darwin Herm, we are doing all we can to push Forrester's. By the way, Darwin, if you didn't see, and Forrester's, if you didn't see, your numbers are going sky high this week, jumping through the roof. And I think mainly it has to do with speed to issue and all the good things y'all are doing in the community. James Hill, tell them about the trip. What was it like flying down on a private jet?
So last night, we get on a private jet we're going down to the local airport here, and for those of you that have never been on a private jet, you can bring on whatever you want. Like, you don't have to go through security. Like, we just get in and we walk on. So they don't like do the pat down. We don't have to like stand all weird, have everybody stare at us. We just walk on. Doesn't matter what you got in your pocket, what you got in your bag. You just walk in. All right. So knowing Andy, he's probably got something.
No, don't talk about that.
No. Anyway, so the first thing is Joe. The ABTF, I'm like, Joe, you got to sit up front in the co-pilot seat. It's like every boy's dream to sit in the co-pilot seat on a private jet. And I'm like, dude, when we're coming through the clouds, we're going to be going at like 300 miles an hour down. It is insane to watch from the co-pilot seat, just it's awesome. It's amazing. Got to try it at least once in your life. I'll sit in the back. We're getting there. We're sitting there talking with Andy. He's pouring into us. We can ask him whatever question we want. Very intimate setting. Ask him very personal questions, things you might not want to ask in front of big crowds, and he will answer them for you. It is impactful as all get out. You guys should try that at least once in your life as well.
Wilmington meeting?
Wilmington meeting. So Paul Roberts found out that Andy was coming, so he thought Andy was doing the meeting. Found out about 10 minutes beforehand, Paul Roberts was doing the meeting with Andy watching.
Paul was scheduled to do the meeting. Paul was scheduled to do the meeting. He shouldn't expect me to come down there.
So Paul absolutely killed it last night. He did a fantastic job, phenomenal job. Everybody that was in NA already wanted to start all over again, wanted to get back in. And we did a night owl, or we had some amazing training afterwards, the meeting after the meeting. Did a night owl, had some pizza, and man, wish you'd have been there.
It was a good time flying back, too. We laughed pretty hard.
Yeah. You should get Andy to tell you some stories about Marcel Ledbetter.
Yeah.
Marcel Ledbetter.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
That's right.
All right. James Hill, y'all give him a hand. He's kicking butt, taking name. Joe Burke. Joe, business booming.
Rocking.
Putting in width.
Absolutely.
Personal sales. Driving depth.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about the trip last night, man.
Trip for me was, like James mentioned it, but I'm like the guy that goes through security, and I got to strip down to like the boxers, and then I got to get redressed again. So not having to go through security was a big deal for me. And getting down to Wilmington, Paul Roberts crushed the plan last night, the new plan, and it was awesome to see the growth that Wilmington's had since the last time I was there. It kind of gives me an idea what Cincinnati is going to look like when we go to 100 people. Absolutely. And then I think I gained probably about 10 pounds on the trip. Yeah, I put on a few pounds. And but other than that, it was just a good time getting around, hanging around Andy. On the plane back, I think we laughed pretty much the whole plane ride, Jeff. I mean, it was just constant laughter. Going like on the way there, we were laughing. Andy was getting a little fired up, and the pilot had to look back and kind of just like, calm down, you guys make me a little nervous. But the way home, he shut the door so he didn't have to listen to all the laughter that was going on. But it was an awesome time. Highly recommend getting down to the headquarters and associating and get some nuggets, take back, and grow your business.
So it fired me up. It was a great trip. We had 8 people jump in the trip. We had these 4 guys. We had ABTF, and we had some great time associating going down. And from 5 o'clock, we had dinner, and we didn't leave until after midnight. So we had an incredible trip, and then we was back in home. I was back in bed by 1:30, 2 o'clock, which is earlier than I'm typically laying down. And yet I got to hang out with all those people. So I got fired up, and I got to looking at the map going, man, we could pop up to D.C., we could pop up to Maryland, we could pop down to Orlando and do the same thing. And just I'm headed out for 4 cities next week, and there's a lot of times I do 2 and 3 cities, but I'm going to start looking at my calendar and go, oh, I got a Thursday afternoon that I could hit it and go anywhere and just pop out there, load up the plane, and just have a blast and go meet the people, man, because this thing's getting crazy.
Absolutely.
It's on fire. So mini war party took place. Next week, you're going to be hearing stories like this from all kinds of people. So give them a hand. Thank y'all very much. Congratulations. Love you, man. Appreciate you. We're excited about you jumping in. That's good stuff. Okay, so the way this 2020 works, I'm going to briefly tell you. So the way this works is the idea is you put down how many recruits you have. So in this case, 25 recruits gets you 25. We'll give 1,000 points for every recruit. So this is year to date. So James right now is leading the country with 25 personal direct recruits, and him and Jane have issued 37,000 issue paid. So when we talk about the crews requiring 100,000, this is January, February, halfway through March, and they're already a third of the way. And then you see Kai Shearer and Aaron, they're already halfway there, just not even 3 months into the trip. They've got in 21 directs, Dane Levine kicking butt, taking names, Mike and Carrie Williams, then Jason Carey, and Jason and Tawny I'm going to have on here, so I'm going to put a star right there beside their name. Ben Smallage, newcomer, new agency manager, 20,000 issue paid, 13,000 personal directs. Jeremy Patton kicking butt down under Paul Roberts' organization. He is at 42,000 personal production. Kyle Cater, 23,000. And Michelle Alleman, check it out. Michelle Alleman, 61,000, and they've put in 10 in width. What this is a predictor of the future and obviously how much money they're making now. So it's a combination. These are the people that we say they can putt and they can drive the ball. Because people say, well, recruiting and selling, that's two different things. I go, putting a little, putt, 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 is not the same thing as driving, but they're both golf. And if you and there's nothing wrong with being able to kill a golf ball and can't putt or can't do a short game. I'm very familiar with that. I mean, I get fired up when I hit it, and if I don't hit it good, I don't care. But when I hit it, I hit it. Putt and putt, about the same way. I hit it, boom. Okay, so putt-putt, you great at putt-putt. That's okay. They have putt-putt series championships. But if you can do both of them, if you can do, excuse me, some of you English people, both of them. If you can do both of them, you're much more powerful. These are people that can do both of them. Joe Dukes, check him out. This man has been a machine the last 6 months. 50,000 issue paid and 10,000. So it goes on and on. You can get the idea. We're going to start posting it just like this, and we're going to start showing people who's doing both of them. There you go, Jack Yu, Matt Goodrich. There you are, 40,004. Rory, Steve, Cord, Hanson, Danny Johnson. Look at that. See, these are the people that are up-and-comers. So we're going to start publishing these leaderboards. And we were showing you the 2020 with Foresters, but that was only Foresters production. And as this company right here, as Alliance Life USA rolls out, next month you will start seeing all kinds of contests that are tied into 2020 and All Us Insurance Company or Alliance Life USA. This will be our insurance company where we get to reinsure a portion of every policy that's sent through this company, and all our carriers that are participating, which is Mutual, Foresters, and CFG, will have contests, but you're going to be tied into future production, not just now production, not just job production. I had a guy the other day, James, he said, y'all talking about recruiting? I'm not selling as much. I was like, wait, what? No, hold on, dude. It's 2020. It's 20,000 issue paid in a month. There's no backing off of selling. As a matter of fact, for a lot of people, that's picking up. That's doing more. 20,000 issue paid in a month and 20 recruits. People say like, well, that's a lot. Okay, this is for the people that want to kill it. So what if I just want to do 2,000 in sales and 2 recruits? Wonderful. Great balance, great guy, great company, great couple. We love you. You're doing exactly right. But if you want to kill it, do 2020. And by the way, 2020 is coming. I already know what it's going to look like, because as we're starting to get this, matter of fact, I'm going to tell y'all, key leaders and above, make a note. I'm going to tell them what 2020 is. It's the next step, what we're going to do. We've got a plan. This is on fire. Okay, so Jason and Tony Carey. I was talking about Jason right here and Tony. They've got a fantastic organization going on, and we are, I wanted to ask them on here a couple reasons. I want to show you this graph. Jason and Tony, check out this graph of the company. This is issue paid premium per week, okay? So our issue paid premium In 2011, we were hovering around 1 million, got up to 1.2 million, then 2012, then last year, 2013. So if you look at it, you can say roughly we were at 1.2 million and we got up to a solid 1.4 million, maybe a little more, but a solid 1.4. Not bad to go from 1.2 million a week to 1.4 a week, but I want to show you what Jason and Tony have done over the same last 3 years. Do you see the angle on that curve? Okay, and this is why, one of the reasons they're on our inner circle each Sunday night. I've got 10 couples, 10 businesses really represented, 10 businesses, and that's really the inner circle that we've picked this year to go throughout the year, and I'll share with you who all that are on that talk or on that call. But what we do is we interact with each other, talk about who's growing, why we're growing, we talk about unity, we talk about stamping out confusion, eliminating or handling any negative and stamping out confusion. But check out this graph. They went from 25,000, a solid 25 to 30,000 a week in production, to they're up now in the neighborhood of 80,000 to 90,000 to 100,000 a week in production. From 2000, so if the company had went the same kind of multiple from 25 to 100, we'd be doing 4.5, 5 million a week. You say, well, somebody must have went down. Right. I don't want anybody to go down in 2014. What I'm looking for is everybody to go up in 2014. Did I say 15? 2014. 15 too. But in 2014, I want everybody taking this angle. It's not that complicated. As a matter of fact, it's very, very clear and very simple. And I'm going to talk to you about that in just a second on how, like when you get people to the meeting, then what to do with them next and how to build trust so that we can double and triple and quadruple just like a number like this for the next 3 years. So Jason and Tony, are y'all on? Are they on loud and clear? I'm not seeing any. I can hear you loud and clear, buddy. How you doing?
Doing great. It is a beautiful California sunny day.
Where you guys? Are y'all still in Rancho Cucamonga? Are you traveling? What's the status?
Yeah, we're on the road right now. We're pulled off to the side.
Where you headed?
We're headed to Vegas right now, to Las Vegas, Nevada. We should be different from Las Vegas, New Mexico. That's a different place. We're going to Las Vegas, Nevada.
All right, buddy. Well, I want y'all to talk to us about how y'all achieved, what you have achieved, and plans for the future. What do you see?
I tell you what. Number one, I mean, it was always our dream to want to become part of the Banner Brothers. I just remember Tony and I just going to the conferences and going to the conventions. In fact, I remember our very first one, 2006, and the very first time that they had, you guys had like an inner circle kind of meeting where non-disclosure docs were signed. It was like a secret meeting. I was like, oh man, we need to be in that meeting. This was back in 2006, and I just remember going, we need to earn the right to be part of that leadership team. And I always we just wanted from that beginning, we wanted to be part of the NAA Banner Brothers because it was worth it. I mean, and here's one of the things we've been able to do is it's just about laying it on the line. That's really when it comes down to. I mean, you really have to just want to lay it on the line because it's been worth it the entire time. I don't care whether it is with the clients. It's worth going out there and serving clients and delivering that death claim check, which you will do. It's worth it when you're providing income for your family, and you don't have to worry about what side of the menu you're reading from. You don't have to worry about whether or not if your daughters want to take piano lessons, if you can afford to pay it or not. It's been worth it, the kind of lifestyle that we've been able to provide and the opportunities, the unfair advantages we've been able to give our girls. It's been worth it. It's been worth it over the relationships and the bonds that we've formed. It's been worth it to be able to have our own business, our own agency. It's been worth serving other people. It's been worth it going out to other areas, going into hotspot locations and serving people that even though they may not be on your team and you're not deriving any direct financial income, but it's been worth it to be able to put it on the line and be able to go out there and be able to serve those people. So, I mean, that's some of the biggest things that I really see. I mean, we're looking for people. Every day we're looking for one more person that is willing to fight. And we got some people on our team that are willing to fight. I mean, we have Paul McClain willing to fight, Andrew Taylor willing to fight. They laid it on the line. We have Jason Thorne from Portland, Oregon, willing to fight. We have Andrew Richardson, who drives 4 or 5 hours to a hotspot location, and he's serving the team. He's getting out there and he's training and he's bringing guests. He's willing to fight. We have Matt Thorne out of Vegas, brand new, going out there his first month, killing it with $20,000 of issue pay premium, willing to fight and willing to get in there, wanting to serve the team, going in there and buying resources for the Las Vegas store. We have so many people willing to fight. We have the Kamatzis out of Southern California, who they are going from location to location to location, serving in hotspots. They're willing to fight. We have Jack Yu raising up also in Andrew Taylor's leg, who's willing to fight, who went in out of his own pocket. He went in with Kamatzis. Before Los Angeles was a hotspot meeting, he went into his own pocket. Him and Kamatzis shared it to be able to start the Los Angeles hotspot meeting before All Access could take it over. We got so many people willing to fight. We've got people on the 2020 leaderboard willing to fight, just getting out there, willing to lay it on the line, willing to build something bigger, something greater than what they have right now. We have so many people out there that want to make a huge difference and a huge impact. I mean, really, that's why we've grown. Is just so many people right now that are just willing to copy. They're willing to get the confusion out, right? So with that, I'm going to bring over my wife, because my wife is just biting at the bit. She wants to talk right now. Connie, here you go.
I love it. You know, Andy, I was reading in your book the other day, and it's on page 231, and I highlighted it because this is what we were all about. And it says, at some exact moment in your life, every second starts to matter. Why not make that moment today that every second starts to matter? And I was just thinking about that. When we joined the Alliance, when we saw the vision of who we could become, the life that we could have, the life that our children could have, we started to get that every second mattered. Every second of our day mattered with how we worked, to how we were with our children, to the intentionality that we were with our relationships. I mean, it's crazy. I was talking with Jenna. She's our oldest daughter. She's 11. And she was just sitting there, and she's on spring break, and she's on her phone, and she was like, Mom, I was checking out the Oasis of the Sea, the cruise that we're going on in June. She's like, did you know it has an ice skating rink? Did you know it's got all these shows, and it's got this wakeboard thing, and it's got, it was crazy. She goes, now which suite are we staying on? Are we staying on it this suite? And I said, no, we're in this one. And she's like, oh, let me tell you about this suite, because I was watching all the videos. And she goes, is Andy Albright going to be there? Is Alex Fitzgerald going to be there? Are they going to bring their kids with them? Is Adam Katz bringing their kids? Is Chris and Courtney, are they bringing their kids? And she couldn't wait to see each and every one of them, because she wants to see her friends. She wants to see the people that have not just, she's grown up at the Alliance. Jenna and Olivia were 1 and 3 when they started. So this is family for them. And so it's like a huge, giant family reunion, and she wants to know who's going to be there that she's going to see, because this is who we are. This is about the relationships that not just Jason and I have built, but that our children have built. And it's just been crazy when I think about it, Andy, because where we started, no one would have put bets on us that we would have succeeded. Jason and I, we were betting on us. No one would have bet that we would have become some of the top leaders. And the reason why we grew, I'll tell you, Andy, is because our team made a commitment. We sat down with our team, and our team made a commitment that we would duplicate and copy everything that Andy Albright said. We got out the green book on the Millionaire Maker Manual, and we said, we're going to know this book backwards and forwards. We're going to have it tabbed. We're going to have it highlighted. We're going to be able to reference the pages. We're going to know what each section talks about. And we're going to study, and we're going to listen more than we've ever listened. We're going to implement more than we've ever done before. And I have to say that the only thing that I truly say that I would have regretted is that we didn't grow 20-fold, that we only grew as much as we did. And I know the reason why we didn't grow faster is that because we failed to implement, we failed to listen, we failed to not check up. We hesitated in what we were being coached on. And in 2014, Jason and I and the rest of our organization vowed that we would not hesitate. We would not check up. That we would put our head down and that we would become leaders of NAA. We would become leaders of the 2020 contest. That we would lead from the front. It was one of the first things that Jason and I said, is that we would lead from the front. That it didn't matter how big we had gotten in our organization, that we would lead from the front in production and recruiting. And it was huge for us.
You know, the greatest thing too, Annie, is that we've been able to do this, and we've been able to do it without sacrificing our family. Like, we're headed to Vegas right now because the girls are on spring break. And while we're up there, we're planning to take them to the Adventure Dome. We're going to go see Ka tonight. We're going to have plenty of pool time, but at the same time, we're going to get work done because it's for both of us. It's our business, it's our family, and we're going to be doing the Thursday meeting tomorrow with Gino Hawks, doing the product boot camp, and with the opportunity meeting at night. And we're going to be serving the team at the same time while I'm spending time with the family. For us, it's both of them.
And it's worth it for us to go out and do that. I mean, it was worth it for us in the beginning when we had nothing. It's still worth it now, and I can't wait to see what it's going to look like 10 years from now with Alliance USA. I can't wait to see that, because that's where it's going to get crazy. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like for my children. I mean, that's at the heart of what we're doing here, Andy. We wanted to be the leaders, and our organization vowed that we would set the example, that we wouldn't check up, and that we would run harder and faster. We would serve more people. We would help more families, and we would help the Alliance grow. And we'd do that by copying exactly what you told us to do.
You guys are setting a heck of an example. And tell me who's going to be Columbus, Philly, Burlington, Orlando. How are y'all doing that? How are y'all dividing up, Jason?
Annie, that's going to be me.
So Jason will be in all 4 of these cities, in Columbus, Philly, Burlington, and Orlando next week?
Correct.
Fantastic, dude. People, get in touch with Jason. Find out where he's going to be at these meetings. Before the meeting, during the meeting, after the meeting, he sits down to eat. He shouldn't have. So, I respect his time. I hear you. Be respectful, but respect you, and get up to them and talk to them. Same thing with Alex Fitzgerald, same thing with Michael Owens, same thing with anybody on this trip. These people investing their time, their money, their energy, we need to know who wants this life, who believes it'll be worth it. Get around and ask them questions. Start these questions with, how do I? How do I get wide? How do I still do things with my family and build a business? How do I keep my job of selling, and how do I build my business of recruiting? What ads do I place? Where do I place them? What do I say in the advertisement? If I'm talking to a school teacher, one of my children's skill teachers, what do I say to them to attract them to this business? If they are attracted to this business, how do I get them started? I'm going to talk about that right now, but you're going to get 20 minutes of me. You could get an hour of Fitz or an hour of one of these guys up close and in personal, and when you see it in person, it will make a difference in what you're hearing. And when you hear it for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th time, it's just like everything else you learn, guys. The more you hear it, and the more personal it is, the more direct it is, the better you know the person, the more you trust the person, the more it's going to get in that 6 inches, which is what you need to build this business. Okay? War parties are going to be powerful. 2 comments to Jason and Tony. I want to say this to you is 2 things. Time ends. Studies have been done on folks that understand that they will die, okay? The more you are conscientious that this world ends, the more conscientious the people are that every second, every minute matters. Those people that understand that this is only a whiff and then there's eternity, you start to understand that as the parable of the talents goes, the parable of the talents, if you don't understand that, you need to Google it, look it up, the parable of the talents, that you have this amount of time to invest, then you've got that amount of time. You see how far this is from here to eternity? One of those infinity symbols. It goes and goes and goes. And people that understand that, and that's what Tony and Jason said, is we understand that we only have a short time here. We got stuff to do with the family. We got stuff to do for other people. We got stuff to do for our Maker. We got to make a difference now. Here's the next thing. On your way up, I have seen people build businesses like Jason Tony. You will take dips. You will come back. Life is a series of resets. Thank God that these people that this happens to, they're the ones that end up here. Another way to put this, our business is built with people that are not perfect. People that had bad problems, made bad decisions, poor decisions. Sometimes they planned out dumb decisions. Sometimes it was a dumb decision in a split second. But guess what we get to do? From here on out, you can reset. You can start over. You can build your business from where you are. Thank God. Wherever you are, the Alliance wants to look at what you do in the future. We're not worried about your past. Your past does not have to equal your future. What you create with the Alliance from here on out is up to you and you alone. And we want to help you with that. So, as you rise up, remember this. Other people are rising like this. Other people are going like this. What I like about the Alliance is the people that are doing this, Jason and Tony are going to try to pull them up. Make sure that you do not step on people on the way up. Make sure that on the way up you pull people with you. The Alliance wants you to win. They don't just want, what you will not find with us, we want to sell, 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 and just keep it to ourselves and net. What we want to do is reinvest in other people like crazy. It's our heart coming out. We want people with the right hearts. We want people with the right minds. It's the ability to take your eyes off of yourself and travel. You see that we're going to reward the people that run the hot spots, people that travel. We had Paul Roberts fly all the way from Dallas, Texas to Wilmington, North Carolina, not paid, not compensated in this world, not right now. Will he get compensated? Oh my God. Everybody in Wilmington's in love with Paul Roberts, and they're going like, whatever I can do to help him build his business, I will do. Paul can't afford to pay 100 people talking good about him, but he comes out there and does that. He's got 100 people praying for him, 100 people that believe in him, 100 people scattering out. And if he hires a person in D.C. or anywhere else in Phoenix, then they are going to help Paul drive his business because of him traveling. And when you look at our leaderboard and you see the Lampies are traveling all over the country, when you see Chris Long's traveling all over the country, and Mike Leventovich and Kyle Weinbrenner and Alex Fitzgerald, what he's doing, he was up in Oregon and I think he was in Seattle. He's traveling. Everybody is giving back in the Alliance. That's what we believe in. And that's what the carries are doing. So as I see them going up, I know they're bringing people with them. Okay. All right. This is the big thing that I want to talk to you about. All right. Oh, I want to share all this too. This is coming out. The next newsletter that's coming out has Jason and Tony on it. It's got a wonderful picture of my wife and her talk. It's got all kinds of leaders. It has our telemarketing group, which is a super sharp organization. Joe, if there'll be thousands of these coming out. I think they're going to be out at the war parties, but I wanted y'all to see it. So Jason, Tony, y'all are on the cover. Congratulations. Your little girls are in there. They're going to love taking that to school and showing it to their friends. Okay, all right. we are starting to have people show up. We're starting to have people show up at these hot spots. So if you're having people come to these meetings, and by the way, you don't have to get them to the hot spot to get them started. If you find somebody that wants to make money and they say, oh, sure, I'd like to help you out, and that's the word we're using a lot, is would you help us? Because we have all of these leads of people that have responded. And really, we have people calling in saying, I mailed that letter in 4 weeks ago and nobody's called me. Marshall Pettigrew can tell you this. Sandra can tell you this. Donna can tell you this. People are calling and say, why is nobody called? We need more people to pass the life insurance exam so that you can get deputized and authorized by the government of the United States or your individual state so that you can go out there and help these people get covered with life insurance with Mutual of Omaha or Foresters. We need people. So ask people, will you help? If they say yes, or I'd like to find out more, you start them. Yes, they need to come to the weekly meetings, hotspots. You don't need to get into that. Just get them started. What you're trying to do is inch them into the business. Inch by inch, anybody can bring somebody along. You try to grab hold of people by the shirt collar and jerk them, or you talk to somebody you've never met before in your life, and you invite them to a hotel when there's a basketball game on that night, there's some old rerun television show on, there's some kind of, real life video that's a worthless piece of junk trash, but people are just sucked into that. They're not going to go to a hotel meeting and meet some stranger. Now, if you've got them started and they have a business opportunity, something they believe in, yes, they're going to go to the meeting. And once you get them to go, we do need to get them to go weekly. But there's a whole 7 days in between each meeting that you need to get people started. Get people started. There's a video on NAA University called GS3. Okay? So when you get a person started, when you're starting this person, you need to understand what GS3 is. Okay? When I talk on the phone to people, whenever I start talking to a person and I can tell there's interest, I start saying, I don't know you. I'm looking for a couple names. Is it Kirk? So Kirk, I don't know you, but what I want to do, this is me, and this is Jeff Gardner, and I guess who invited you out, Kirk or James? Who invited you here? Adam Katz. So Adam Katz. So this is me, and this is Adam Katz, and this is you. So if I'm working with you, I come down here and I talk to you. My GS3 is I goal set, get you started, go serve you. But here's my concept, Joe. I need Kirk to trust me. Kurt don't know me. I have credibility because he's seeing me here at this show, or if I go meet him at a coffee shop, I don't really have any credibility, but I want to have credibility because I need for him to trust. Because when people trust me, then he will take action. And let me tell you something. If you take action in this business, you will make money. There is no debate about it. Taking action works in this business. But without trust, people don't take action. So the question begged is, what builds trust? Trust is built when a person exhibits character and competence. Okay, what is character and competence? All right, so character is doing what you say you'll do, and competence means the skill set. So it's really principles and skill set. Okay? Principles. Principles also comes down to people that have principles also have people skills. People that have a skill set can produce. So this character comes down to the fun part. Because let me tell you something. If a person lies to you, curses at you, puts you down, shows up late, interrupts at meetings, They're not courteous. They don't return a text on time. They don't return a phone call on time. They don't remember you. They don't speak to you. They don't know how to shake hands. That's a lack of principles, and it's no fun. People like fun, and people like, what are we going to put over here? How about this? Win. They like people who win. So I show up at the meeting, or I show up at the coffee shop, and I have a stack of papers with checks attached, applications that I've sold. I show up with 2 other buddies that just got started in the business. What is that showing him? It shows him that I got the skill set. It shows him that I got the competence. It shows him that I'm going to win. Now, if I'm nice to him, I show up on time, I shake hands, I say hello, then that exhibits character. That exhibits principle. That exhibits fun. It's fun to be around. That's your goal. So what you want to do, we call this also Bam Fam. What I want to do, Kurt, is I want to see you at this meeting, and I want to book another meeting with you. In other words, in this meeting, I want to exhibit character and competency, and then I want to do it again. So repeating the behavior as promised. So I promise to show you how to build this business. I promise to make calls for you, and now where this is you right here, and I say I'm going to help you get your business started. Well, Andy Albright, or the leader of the band, the leader of the hotspot, says, in order to do good with the alliance, we sell and recruit. So when he says, is Andy going to help me? He hears Andy's going to help me sell, and Andy's going to help me build. Because there's one element to this business, and it's called selling and recruiting. So that's 2 elements. Is putt-putt and long driving. How about the head game? You could say golf is 3 things. It's a head game, it's the short game, and the long game. And then you could say, and it's what you wear. Guess what? It's everything. Everything in the golf thing is the one thing. What's not in the golf thing? Singing. Singing is not in the golf thing. Thank God singing is not in this game. I tell my kids all the time, I go, my backup plan is country singing if insurance don't work. And they always go, oh God, I'm praying this works. Well, see, that's my trick. I want them to pray that this works. So when I talk about the singing, that's not a part of this business. But is recruiting a part of this business? Oh, it's right in the middle of this business. Is selling $20,000 in the middle of this business? It's right in the middle of this business. It's what we do. So if I fail him, I don't help him sell. I've lost on the competency side if I don't teach him to sell. If I don't help him recruit, if I don't dial for him, if I don't build a list, Paul, if I don't book a time, Joe, if I don't go back with you and help you, look at this. You with me when I tell you? Okay, you want me to tell you, DT? So DT, you hire a guy, and this guy right here was promised by you. You say he was promised by him. No, this guy was promised by you, DT. You hired this guy, but this guy hired this guy. You need to exhibit trust. And the way you exhibit trust, if you turn it over to this guy, you're putting all your eggs in this guy's basket. But if you come down here and you show this guy that he needs to trust you because all of a sudden you've got character, you've got competency, now we build trust. We build trust, my man, take action. My man, take action, you can't fail. I'm telling you, I'll give you the best example. I will bet you right here today a good, solid, crisp, clean $100 bill that you can't go to 64 houses, get 64 people to say, hello, open that door, and if you just say, you wouldn't be interested in life insurance, would you? You can't get through 64 houses without somebody saying, I was praying that somebody would come by here. I didn't know if I could afford it. I didn't know if I could get any more. Me and my husband just had a talk about this before he went to work. Last night we were talking about it over dinner. We were talking about it over dinner, and we were saying, we need insurance. You can't do it. It's called action, because 75% of America right now will raise their hand and say, I know we need insurance. So the only thing I go, 75% of those 64 houses know they need it. I just need one of them honest enough to say, yes, sir. See, I know I will win. See, what I got to do is get you to trust me, though. And what you got to do is get people to trust. That is one of the crucial elements on how we double this business in the next 90 days. Is if you can get me 300 people that can show how to be fun, how to have principles. What messes this up? Dealing with people, confusion. I say one thing and somebody says, well, Andy's kind of right, but let me tell you my take on it. Oh my God, dude, just do this. This is all you got to do. Why? If I know I'm not perfect, I know things are wrong, but goodness gracious, dude, that would be like the basketball team, the guard telling the other guard, I know what the coach said, but let's do this. It's slightly different. It just messes the whole, it hurts his heart. We're reading Aladdin Factor this month. Another book that I'm reading called Goals, you'll see that was 2 months ago, is Brian Tracy. And in Goals he says, negativity disempowers, positivity empowers. I'm positive we're doing the right thing. If you're positive that I'm positive that we're positive, people will be empowered and people will take more action. If you're not predictable, if you don't show up, if you don't produce results this week, well, this week I didn't have time to sell. This week I didn't invite anybody out. And listen, everybody's going to forgive you, but the guy that you hired is looking for an example. He's looking for consistency. He's watching you. He sees you. Just like I see you, he sees you. You say, well, I don't care what he thinks of me. Dude, whoa, wait, what? But President of the United States, he cares what people think. That's why we have these opinion polls. That's why they'll go, wait, let me change a little bit over here and see if you like me more. That's why they do that. Presidents of companies. People, you got to be concerned at what people think. Now, if you have hired a person, and this person is lazy, this person don't do what they're going to say, they're not trustworthy, and they're just sorry, you don't care what he thinks. So as you hire 10, 12, 13, 14 people, you don't care what the person, if one of these people does not exhibit trust, if they don't have people skills, if they don't do what they say they'll do, you're nice to them, because let me tell you something, a lot of these people don't know that they're being judged. My kids laugh all the time at other kids at school because the other kids don't understand that what the teachers think of you affects your grades. So a lot of mine are pretty tricky. A lot of mine, my two are both tricky. Haley and Spencer, they understand. They know how to say hello to the teacher and nice to the teacher because whenever a break comes along, they want to get it. But some of these people, as you hire them, they don't know that. So you teach them that people skills. You teach them that principles matter. You teach them how to shake hands. I do this all the time. I had a young lady, 16 years old, to meet in Wilmington. Her dad is killing it. And she come up to me and she said, I'm so proud of my daddy and my mama. They've changed so much. They're better people. I love this business. I'm almost 17, so I'm less than a year and a half. I will be 18. I'm going to get my license. So I shake hands with her and I start talking about it. Say, all right, now here's what you do. When you see people, when you say, come here, Joe. I know you know this, but I'm just going to do it again with you. When you shake hands with people, you don't walk up to them and go, hey, how you doing? What you do is you give them time to see you coming. And they can judge it and they can grasp hands. And then you don't do the little fish hug. And you don't do the, and you just squeeze it. No, I teach them everything about the principles and the basics. You say, this is just too little. Everything matters when it comes to trust and principles. Thank you, Bo. So when you're talking to these people at opportunity meetings, you teach it. But if you hire all these people, you get to pick. You do get to pick which one that you're interested in. And whichever one you're interested in, what you want to do, in other words, the leaders that you find, you want to exhibit competency and character. You want to have skill, you want to have results. So as you drive down deeper and deeper into your organization, you want to exhibit both of those things on a day in, day out basis. So if you're 6 down, you want to make sure that you go down and you do the right stuff. Guys, I'm telling you, we can blow this thing up with a little bit of activity. The Alliance is on fire. I have a meeting for key leaders and above coming up. There's a different call-in line. Would you call in on it? It's going to be intense. Some good stuff about how to blow up a hot spot. And if you will, guys, this video that's coming up on the Greek cruise, check it out. If you're not a key leader, jump on and we'll blast it out to key leaders. You'll get it later. But everybody check out this video. It's pretty cool. Thank you, AM AMP. You guys are awesome. Love you. Bye-bye. See you. All right, let's go do that. Hey guys, Andy Albright here, fired up. You see, Jane and I have traveled all over the world. And I'm thinking back at all the places we've been, with friends, having a great time. We went here, and then we went here, and then this trip. There's so many of you here. And then we went to this trip right there. Oh God. And then here, and here, and here, and here, and here. And there was that trip. Listen, 10 years ago we took one called the Greek Isles Cruise. We're going to do it again. And I want you to come with us and help us inspire people to do more. All you'll need is 100,000 net issue paid collected premium. You can check out all the details at the contest on our website. You can check it all out. But let me tell you more. We fly into Venice, Italy. Then we just check out the sights. Oh, it's so beautiful. You can smell it, you can hear it, the romance. Oh, baby, woo! I'm inspired. I hope you're inspired. So we're gonna have a getaway cruise. We're gonna take off all the way down to Corfu. You know about Corfu? Now you know about Corfu. Here's another thing about Corfu. I'm fired up about checking it out myself in person. Then from there, we sail down to Santorini. Santorini, I want you to see it show Santorini. When I remember the first time I looked out the ship, I said, that's not real. They've painted a picture. It's too beautiful. With the donkeys going up the side of the hill and the houses and the fish and the markets and the stuff you could buy. Oh my gosh, Santorini. And every time in between these islands, we're going to have a blast just associating, hanging out with each other. Then we're going to go to Mykonos. And when you go to Mykonos, you'll go like, I've seen that in the magazines, I've seen that on TV, and now I've been there. I've walked there, I've seen it with my own eyes. From there, we go over to Olympia. You've read about Olympia, so much history, so beautiful. We have a great time on the ship, hanging out with buddies. So many carriers participate. This carrier, this carrier, this carrier, and more. Check it out on the contest page. Everybody's contributing. All these carriers are, so that you can get your 100,000 points. Now, what if you jump on it fast, do 30,000, 30,000, 30,000? You're like, I'm almost there. It's only 90 days into it. Or what if you did 50,000 and 50,000? Is that possible, Andy? Yes, it is. Okay? So yes, you can do it fast, or you can spread it out over the next few months. It's up to you how fast. But once you've hit it, keep going, because at 150,000 points, we do a free shore excursion on one of these islands. It's going to blow your mind. Keep going up to 200,000. At 200,000, what we're going to do is we're going to do a VIP dinner. So we'll have an extra dinner. Oh yeah, just a blast with us. Me and Jane will invite you in. And get this. This is the crazy part. How about if we flew you in 2 days early? We'll get to hang out in Venice, relax, get our mind right. We'll call that the Ring of Excellence extension trip. Okay, how about this? What if we did 200,000? What if we kept going to 300,000? What would we do then? I tell you what we will do. There, we will give you and your buddy, you and your mom, you and your brother, whoever you pick to go as your guest, we will let you bring 2 other people on the cruise. So you fly in 2 days early and you're a guest, and then your friends fly in 2 days later and they get to walk on the cruise ship with you, and they say thank you, and you're like, you're welcome. We're so glad to bring you. Now how about this? What if you keep going and you do 350,000? Tell you what we'll do. You come in 2 days early and you bring your 2 guests in 2 days early, and you all go on a cruise with us. And we hang out we inspire, we motivate, we have fun, we get to know each other. Check this out. Are you going to give bonuses on the builder side? Because on the producer side, that's how you get the points to win and keep winning, winning, winning. I tell you what to do. If you're on the builder side, to promote the builder side, you going key leader will give you 5,000 bonus points. That makes it easier to win, to get up the ladder, up to 100,000, 150,000. At agency manager, we'll give you 10,000 bonus points, and it keeps going all the way up to EVP, all the way to board member. There's more and more. You can check it all out at the contest page. You can see all the details. We want you to come with us. We want you to get on the phone. We want you to go to people's houses. We want you to make a difference, care about people, get them covered with insurance, get it issue paid with a carrier so they can pay all the bonuses that pay for these cruises, and you can make it happen. And as you help other agents move up and help them win, you move up the builder side and you get bonus points. Come with us, make this thing happen. Let's have a blast. The Alliance is moving out. We need you to join the team. We need you to help inspire. Let's go.